It's time for Maths with Mr. Thomas.
Well, happy Saturday night to you. Here we go, Differential Equations. This is Chapter 4, Lesson number 1, Separating the Variables. So first of all, this whole chapter is looking at differential equations, but what are differential equations? Well, if you have an equation such as the x squared take away 1 multiplied by dy by dx, you'll see we have here the first derivative. And because we have an equation with the first derivative, it is known as a first order differential equation. Woo! What do you think a second order differential equation would be? You got it! It is an equation where you have the second derivative. So if you had d2y by dx squared take away 5dy by dx plus 4y equals 0, it's an equation, it's got a second derivative, so it's known as a second order differential equation. How do you solve differential equations? Well, to solve it means to get back to y equals. And one way of doing that is to, as it says up here, separate the variables. And you do that by taking the x's to one side, the y's to the other side, and then integrating both sides. Let's try an example. Example 1, find the general solution of this differential equation. What does it mean, general solution? Well, as it says up here, it means it's a solution which has a plus c. So it's a solution containing a constant of integration. So, first thing we want to do is separate the variables. How do you do that? Well, you take the x's to one side, the y's to the other. Let's do that first. So, to get rid of this divide by y, you multiply both sides by y. To get rid of dx here, multiply both sides by dx. If you do that, this is what you will end up with. Really, you're moving the y to this side and dx to this side. From there, well, you can see that the variables have been separated. Woo! What do you know how to do next then? Yes, that is right. Now you integrate both sides. So integrating y with respect to y and integrating x squared with respect to x. If you integrate y, well, you add 1 to the power, you divide by the new power, so you'd have y squared divided by 2, or a half y squared. That will equal, and if you integrate x squared, that will go to x cubed over 3. And we also have plus c. We'll also have a plus c on this side, but really what we do is we gather the constants together and we just write them on one side. From there, well, we've got the fractions. Let's get rid of the fractions. The lowest common denominator is 6, so let's multiply through by 6 to eliminate the fractions. If we do that, if we multiply the half y squared by 6, we will end up with 3y squared. If you multiply the third x cubed by 6, you will get, that's right, 2x cubed. And if you multiply plus c by 6, you will end up with, no, you will just end up with c. Because c, remember, is a constant. If you multiply it by 6, it's still just a constant. So you will leave it as plus c. The only time you would change it is really as if there is an x term involved. So you just leave that as plus c. And that is your solution. Example 2, find the general solution of this differential equation. E to the power of 4y dy by dx take away x equals 2. Well, you know the first thing you have to do, Cameron, is, you got it, you have to separate the variables. So, separating the variables, how would you do that, Cameron? Perfect. Add x to both sides first of all. Therefore, we will end up with e to the power of 4y dy by dx equals x plus 2. From there, we've got this x on this side, so let's multiply both sides by dx. That will leave us then on the left with e to the power of 4y dy, and that will equal x plus 2 dx. Woo! Now, as you can see, the variables have been separated. Yeah! So, now you integrate. Let's integrate both sides. So we're integrating this e to the power of 4y with respect to y, and we're integrating this x plus 2 with respect to x. Integrating e to the power of 4y, what will that give us? Good, e to the power of anything just stays as it is, but we have to divide by the derivative of the index, and if you differentiate 4y with respect to y, you get 4. Therefore, you will divide by 4 and get a quarter e to the power of 4y. That will equal, if you integrate x plus 2, well, integrating x, that will go to a half x squared. Obviously 2 goes to 2x, and you'd also have your plus c. Once again, you would have a constant on the left, but really you put them together and you just write the constant on one side. After that, Well, we could multiply through by 4 to eliminate the fractions. So if we eliminate through by 4, we will end up with e to the power of 4y equals. That will give us 2x squared plus 8x. And what will we have? That's right, well done. Similar to the last example, if you multiply your constant by 4, it's still going to stay as a constant, so that will stay as plus c. So we have e to the power of 4y equals 2x squared plus 8x plus c, and that will be your answer. Smilty, what are you asking? Yeah, you could always go on and write that just as y equals. So if you're asked to express y explicitly in terms of x, then you can take the natural logs of both sides. If you do that, well, that's what we've got there. If you take the natural logs, we'd have ln e to the power of 4y. Remember, you can bring the 4y down. Ln e will disappear, leaving you with 4y, and we'll have ln this right-hand side. And you can then divide by 4. If you were asked to write it as y equals. Example 3, find the general solution of this differential equation. dy by dx equals 2 over sine y. First thing we want to do is separate the variables. That's right, we separate the variables. So multiply both sides by dx, multiply both sides by sine y. Really, you're cross multiplying here, and we have sine y dy equals 2 dx. As you can see, the variables have been separated. Ooft, ooft, ooft. From there, we can integrate both sides. So integrate sine y dy, integrate 2 dx, and that is what you will write down. Integrating sine y, that goes to? Brilliant. It goes to negative cos y. Integrating 2, it goes to 2x, and you'd also have your plus c. From there, we've got the negative at the start for y, so really we want to multiply through by negative 1. We want to change that. Doing that, we will end up with positive cos y. That will equal negative 2x, and our plus c will not change to take away c, because whether it's a positive or a negative, it's still just a constant, so you write it as plus c. So, plus c will remain as plus c no matter the number. If it's positive or negative, it's still just a constant. Therefore, your answer will be cos y equals negative 2x plus c, which you could rewrite as c take away 2x if you so desire. Yeah. Example 4, find the general solution of this differential equation. dy by dx equals 2x multiplied by the square root of 9 minus y squared. As you know, the first thing you want to do is separate the variables! Separate the variables. So, move dx to the other side. Multiply both sides by dx. Let's do that first of all. Padoink. After that, well, we've got y's and x's on this side, so let's divide both sides by the square root of 9 minus y squared. If you do that, then you will get 1 over the square root of 9 minus y squared, dy, and that will equal, we'll be left with 2x and a dx. As you can see, the variables have been separated, so you integrate both sides. So let's integrate this fraction and integrate the 2x dx. If we are integrating 1 over the square root of 9 minus y squared with respect to y, Vera, help us out. Brilliant, well done. You have to think back to lesson 311, which was inverse trig functions, and we learned about these. So, if you integrate 1 over the square root of a squared minus x squared with respect to x, we'll get sine to the minus 1 of x over a plus c. We're wanting to apply that here. So if you do that here, we will end up with, well, if you instead of dx, you've got dy, and instead of an x squared, you've got a y squared. So it means we will have sine to the minus 1, and then we've got x over a here. But instead of x, we've got y, so it'll be y over, and the a squared, well, what number are you squaring to get 9? 3. You got it. So it's going to be y over 3. Integrate 2x, add 1 to the power, divide by the new power, that will give us x squared, and we'd also have plus c. From there, to get y just on its own, well, we take sine of both sides. Doing that, it will cancel sine to the minus 1 on the left, and we'd have sine of x squared plus c just on the right. From there, you can multiply both sides by 3. Woo! And doing that will give you y equals 3 sine, in brackets, x squared plus c. And that will be your answer. Try these questions. You are separating the variable. It's separating the variable 1, chapter 4, lesson 1. It's in the unit 1 booklet, page 79. Check your answers as you go. If you have any problems, let me know. Bye!